My hat! Some time ago, I made a video comparing the 272R transmission to the Pro Series 32P, as well as the regular 272 Traxxas transmission. So I'm going to put the link to that video where I do that detailed comparison in the description of this video, so do check that out. But one of the features of the 272R that is many times ignored is the kick-up. So this transmission comes with kick-up, and if you ever wondered why those weird lines, so here, let me actually get on the correct spot here on the camera. So these lines, this is because the arms actually kick up in the front, so you have kick-up. Now, whenever you have kick-up in the rear, right, so this is forward, this is back, having slight more kick-up, so having more kick-up is going to give you better traction on acceleration. It's also going to give you better traction on smooth surfaces. So if you're drag racing, you want a little bit of that kick-up for that extra grip. Again, on acceleration, so on power, and on smooth surfaces. Now, you're going to have less grip off throttle, so you may spin out a little when you're trying to brake. That's something you can deal with later, but usually if you're dragging, you want that grip, that acceleration. And one of the ways that we can tell is if we use this plane right here, so this plane as our orientation, if we look at the rear pins, I'm just going to use this ruler to model it. The fulcrums for the rear arms are about centered with that plane. So if I were to run this, both of the hinge pins would be about centered. So in the rear, they're centered, but if we go to the front, and I'm going to use that same plane, notice they're not centered. You're actually getting quite a bit of kick-up. That's actually quite a bit. You're getting at least half of the diameter of a pin. Now, this, really I need my calipers for this. I have no idea where I left them, I'll be honest. But if you consider that this is 3 millimeters, you're getting a 1.50 millimeter, so 1.5 millimeters of kick up in the front, which actually gives you quite a bit of degrees. Now, I could do this on paper and give you an exact number, but just to keep it simple, I'm going to try to place this fulcrum along with the center here, and then just move this and just give you an approximate angle. So you're getting about 3 degrees, of kick up, which is actually pretty good. So that's one of the reasons why the 272R transmission is a transmission that you should consider for a drag car build, for example, if you're doing a slash build and you're buying a bunch of Traxxas parts and you want to keep Traxxas parts. Again, if you want to build the latest and the greatest, you should probably be looking at some of the other companies that make the fiber carbon chassis and all that good stuff. But let's assume you want Traxxas parts. Out of the transmissions, the 272 Pro line or 272R, this one, you should be considering the 272R. And that's one of the features why. That being said, please, as I mentioned, watch my other video so you can see all the other differences between them. I hope this was helpful, useful, or at least entertaining. Please subscribe if you have not. If you have any questions, comments, difficulties, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
What? Oh, my hat! My tongue! My rod!